I have this 50 cal Action Express upper that I got from RMW out of Florida. I really love it. I'm working on tuning my buffer system, and I'll have some more videos on that. It's a lot of shoulder felt recoil right now. So on this thing, it didn't come with sights. I had this Eotech holographic on there, which is really nice. And I'm going to be adding some sights. So I spent some time looking at sights. There are a lot of different options for these. I mean, there's the Magpul, plastic. There's all kinds of different companies that make these. And what I settled on is I didn't want to spend a ton of money, but I wanted something, you know, if I could, to get made in the USA. These toys are made in the USA, and they are aluminum. Yeah, they're machined from hardened aircraft aluminum with stainless steel components and finished with mil-spec type 3 hard coat anodizing. Will not work with a railed glass block that is higher or lower than the receiver. Semi-permanent rail mounted alternative to a standard fixed front sight. Has all the same features of a fixed sight, but can be moved or taken off without permanent modification of the firearm. Adjustments can be made with a 5.56 bullet tip or optional Troy adjustment tool. There's two different styles. You can buy these separately, but there's the front fixed. This is the Battlesight line. It fits 1913 Picatinny rail. And there's two styles. So there's the regular M4 style, or I got this HK style. You see on the top there, it's not totally closed. It comes with limited lifetime warranty. The rear that I got is a fixed battle sight, but I got this dioptic DOA instead of the round. So you'll see that shape. It's kind of like a square sitting on its side. Machined from hardened aircraft aluminum, stainless steel components, mil-spec type 3 hard coat anodizing, or on the same plane rail system. So what that means is the upper and your gas block front guard needs to be in line. This has two apertures. So for 0 to 200, they say use a large, and for 300 to 600, use a small. These are not folding. Some people like the folding style. I really didn't want anything in polymer, and I didn't want to spend, you know, $300 on a set of metal sights. So here's the sights. You can see here it says which way is supposed to go forward, and this is kind of nice on the front sight. So it angles forward, and then it's got these nice machine serrations. That's supposed to prevent glare. And they feel very stout. They're not heavy. They're aluminum. It really is a solid block of aluminum they've machined out. Flathead. There's a flathead. And then for your windage, you can put a coin flathead in there as well. So this has got nice markings. This says 0 to 200 on here. And then you can flip it up in 3 to 600. So I have another video on this. This is the Wheeler Engineering Gunsmithing bit set, and there's like 25 flatheads in here. So I found number 39. I mean, this is, you can pretty much use most flatheads, but the nice thing about this Wheeler set is the shape of these are for working on machine parts. So there's very little slop. So this sight doesn't, it's all one piece, and it's got these little grooves cut in. So what this does is it slides over your Picatinny rail. There is no like little spring or anything. So it's really just the screw, and you find what groove you want it in, and then you slide the screw in when you have it on the groove. The instructions have a picture of blue Loctite. So you don't want to use red Loctite. I mean, you could try it with no Loctite, make sure you like it. Take the screw out, rest it in the front rail cross slot. Apply 1 drop of thread locking compound to exposed threads. Replace the screw and tighten screw while pushing sight forward against the cross slot. There is a little bit of play. Let me try to get that tightened down. So yeah, once you tighten it, there's no play in that front sight. So I'll put a little bit of blue thread locker in there, and you know, it can kind of shift a little bit in the slot. So they say just hold it forward while you tighten it down. Now the rear, same thing. Looks like they had to remove their charging handle to get it to slide onto the rear, and then they also apply 1 drop of thread locking compound. Charging handle to get this on. Now for some setups, you may have to. And you have to make sure that you can slide on this rear sight with the style of your upper receiver. So I just moved it to the back, and then this just slid on right here. And the same thing with the front. I had to be able to slide on from the front of the upper. I don't think that's going to be a problem for most people, but make sure you check that. I got some of this Permatex medium strength thread blocker. Usually that's the easiest way to do it, is just put a drop on a piece of paper, clean off the tip, hold it forward. You see there, it can shift a little bit, so I'm just holding it forward. Make sure you don't have any thread locker oozing out. Now for those of you that want to know, I didn't really see this spec anywhere, but the top of the rear sight is approximately 1.5 inches. It's approximately 1.5 inches tall. It's a little shy of 1 inch, but just about 1 inch. The base is a little bit wider. It's about 1.25 inches in the front and about 1 inch in the rear. Now the front sight, the same. It's a little over 1.5 inches tall, and 1 inch width, and then the depth 1 1/8 to 1 1/4. See that diopter sight, 300 to 600 it says there, and then 0 to 200. It's got these windage marks underneath. Now, one thing I wasn't really planning for, but it turned out this way. We do have a Cowitness with the Eotech without a riser. Now, if you had a riser, I have a lower third Cowitness, but if you had a riser on the Eotech, or if you put a riser on these sights, it would have to probably be no more than 1/4. Then you can have a 100% Cowitness for backup sights for your Eotech, and something like that. And it's zeroed pretty well. It's going to need a little bit of adjustment, but from the factory it was set pretty close to where my Eotech is zeroed at. You can see there the adjustment. You can use a coin. It's got those little clicks with the wheel and like a little detent in there. There's the front sight. HK style. So really nice pieces. Kind of nice that they co-witness with my Eotech, which I kind of wanted a backup. I mean, the Eotech is so easy to get off with this lever that it comes with. Just press the button in, and then this flips open and you can take it right off. Really nice system on these two. To all of our current subscribers, we thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe to the channel. We really appreciate it. Thank you.